Welcome to Iraqi Dinar News, your trusted destination for accurate insights into Iraq's financial future. In today's update, we examine a pivotal development out of Baghdad that could mark a historic turning point for the Iraqi economy. While mainstream coverage remains limited, a recent high-level summit in Iraq is drawing serious attention from analysts, financial institutions, and currency observers. The implications for the Iraqi dinar IQD could be monumental. Behind closed doors, Iraqi officials met to discuss core economic strategies that go beyond routine governance. According to sources following the summit closely, including economic analyst militiamen, the focus was not on ceremonial announcements but on concrete approvals, financial integration, and investment frameworks. This signals that Iraq may be accelerating plans to enter the global financial system more directly and perhaps revalue its national currency in the process. The language used at this summit wasn't vague. Terms like integration, approvals, and private sector transformation suggest that Iraq is preparing for full-scale financial participation on the world stage. For that to happen, Iraq must move beyond its current official exchange rate of 1310 IQD per 1 USD, a rate viewed by many as a temporary stabilization tool rather than a reflection of true market value. The reasoning is clear. Iraq possesses immense natural resources, including substantial oil reserves, mineral wealth, and a geographically strategic position. But these assets cannot fully benefit the economy while the currency remains undervalued and limited in convertibility. For foreign investors to operate at scale, whether through banks, sovereign funds, or corporate partnerships, Iraq needs a tradable and trusted currency. That's why this summit matters. It appears to be a crucial step in preparing for a realignment of Iraq's monetary position, not in the form of sudden, chaotic shifts, but through a carefully managed transition. The words spoken at this meeting suggest regulatory reforms, foreign investment readiness, and global integration, all prerequisites for currency reform or revaluation. Experts now suggest that Iraq is laying the legal and institutional groundwork to bring its currency in line with global standards. This may involve moving from a fixed rate to a managed float, or updating its currency structure altogether. What once seemed like a distant possibility now looks like a deliberate plan supported by international partners. Timing is key. The summit taking place in 2025 is not accidental. Iraq is actively working to distance itself from past economic instability. Citizens are demanding improvements, and global markets are shifting. As countries diversify away from over-reliance on any single reserve currency, Iraq sees an opportunity to reassert itself financially. This means the IQD cannot stay sidelined for much longer. Behind the scenes, reports suggest that the Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, is working in consultation with institutions like the IMF to design a currency strategy aligned with Iraq's economic revival. This includes digital banking reforms, investment legislation, and infrastructural updates to support currency convertibility. Financial platforms are being built, and policies are being drafted not for speculation but for implementation. Skeptics will point out that Iraq has previously discussed currency reform without follow-through. However, what makes this moment different is the combination of internal urgency and external validation. The summit didn't just reaffirm Iraq's intentions, it demonstrated that preparations are advanced. Legal frameworks, foreign investment dialogues, and regional support all point toward movement rather than inertia. A central theme of this summit was opening Iraq's economy to global markets. But to do that effectively, Iraq must align its monetary policy with international expectations. Analysts note that no serious investor would commit billions to a market where the currency remains partially restricted and misaligned with its true value. The summit shows that Iraq understands this and is working to remove these barriers. As more IMF and World Bank observers attend Iraq's forums and summits, confidence in the country's trajectory continues to grow. The nation's leadership is no longer just discussing change. It's executing plans to attract capital, modernize systems, and build a currency that reflects economic reality. This sets the stage for a potential revaluation or adjustment of the IQD. So, what can you do now? Monitor developments from the CBI, review statements from Iraq's financial leaders, and pay attention to any changes in forex regulations. These will provide the clearest signs of when a realignment might occur. The shift may not happen overnight, but all indicators suggest it's in motion. This summit was more than a policy meeting. It was a declaration. Iraq is no longer content to operate on the fringes of global finance. The country is positioning itself to re-enter the global economic arena, and a credible, stronger currency is central to that effort. If you've been watching Iraq's progress closely, this may be the most critical time yet to stay informed. The groundwork is being laid, and those who recognize the signals early may be best positioned to benefit from the coming changes.